Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave, episode 14. Today I'm going to be talking about taking your Nintendo on the go. Now, obviously there's been things like Game Boy and PlayStation Portable and all that stuff that have come out. You also have your typical handheld games, so you know all these little portable devices really work fine. And you know, I don't mind the Game Boy. Like, this is obviously the classic one. I do have all the other ones, like the not all of them. I have the probably all the way up to Advance. That's where I stopped. Because you know it's enough. It's all the games that I like. It's all the retro stuff. So I thought, you know, let's just you know, stop there. But anyways, you know, I could take this with me. Like, not too long ago, I went on a trip with my family. We went to a water park for about a week, and you know, I thought, what am I going to do to entertain myself when, you know, it's nighttime, or you know, perhaps there's nothing to do, or you know, whatever. If there was some time to myself, I would really like to play some games, but I'm not going to haul all my Game Boy games, or you know, pick something like that. And I thought, what's an easier way to do it? I thought I'd really like to just play some classic Nintendo. The NES Classic emulator system, which is coming out soon, probably, you know, I guess it's next month, I think, this October right now. It'll work too, but I mean, you got to worry about the fact that you're going to take that with you and have to be able to plug it into the TV. So if you go to a hotel room, or if you go to a place where you might not be guaranteed a television, it's not really going to work for you. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a laptop, preferably an older laptop, something that you don't do your work on, or you know, something that you're not really important to you. Like most of us, if we buy laptops, we always end up with a couple. As they get older, we replace them with the newer ones, and we do our work on there, or our primary stuff on those. This one I had kicking around for a while. This is a Dell. It's not too bad. It still works fine. The battery's dead, so I lost some of its portability. But I mean, you know, overall, it's pretty decent for what it is. And because I'm only doing Nintendo, I don't require one of those, you know, really expensive gaming machines. Now, if you're really into the new modern games, then yeah, you're going to need all that fancy stuff. This is just for the retro stuff, though. This is Nintendo. So I figured this should work. So this is what I will be using. Of course, you need the power supply, because the batteries don't work. And frankly, if you're going away for a week, you're going to need a battery, power supply anyways, or something to charge it, right? So the other thing to really get the Nintendo feel is to have the proper controller. Now, I scoped out one of these things. It's called the Classic controller. This one specifically is by a company called RetroLink. I believe there's a few other companies out there, but these are pretty inexpensive, and they're you know, you can get them on eBay. You can go to all your gaming shops if you have retro gaming stores, and they probably have them. They have the Super Nintendo ones. They have all the various type of gaming ones, and it's USB, so it just plugs right into the laptop, which is perfect. Because one of the problems I had was I would use those gaming pads that I would buy in the store that were meant for laptops, and I just felt that it just didn't give me that Nintendo feel. I want to actually play Nintendo. So you need something that replicates or mimics the actual Nintendo controller. Alright, so you can see I have this thing fired up now. This is running off of Windows XP, you know, older operating system, because it's an older laptop. But you know, it's fine for what it needs. You know, the emulator I'm using right now is called Virtual NES. I know there's a bunch of them out there. I've tried a few of them. Some of them have better frame rates and speeds and stuff like that. Others maybe only work on certain operating systems. So you have to be vigilant when it comes to which one you want. Because when you go on these ROM sites, there's tons of them out there. There's tons of emulator sites out there. You got to look for the ones that don't look like they're going to just give you spam or just download viruses and stuff. I know it's tricky. You have to do your homework. And, you know, these are ROMs, so you got to be careful, because ROMs are technically like unless you own the game, you really shouldn't have the ROM. So I find that this one, the Virtual NES, it does what it has to do. And I was able to go on a website and find a package of ROMs. Now, I own the Nintendo games, so I don't feel bad for owning the ROMs as well, right? I'm not going to grab the games if I don't have them. So this one right now, I'm just showing off Mario Brothers Duck Hunt because we all have this game if we have a Nintendo, right? So as you can see, I also have my classic controller hooked up through the USB. Everything works as it should. The select button, the start button. I'm able to hit the A button. And again, that was another thing that was driving me crazy when I was using alternative alternative gamepads, was that it would have like 1,000 buttons and you'd have to kind of figure out what the buttons do, or you'd have to go into your computer settings and calibrate them. So, I mean, that would just drive you nuts, and sometimes they just don't work. This thing worked right away. I just plugged it in and it worked fine. So, you know, I would surely recommend this guy. But anyways, let's try a game here. I'm going to be playing this backwards because I'm staring at a screen that's backwards. So I'm going to suck at this. But the reason is, the reason why I'm showing you this is just so you can see that it's pretty much Nintendo. I mean, this is how it looks, and it plays. Now, if I could actually see the screen, I'd probably be able to play pretty good. It's actually pretty challenging. You should try this. Another thing that's good about using the emulators too is for games like this, like Castlevania. If you've ever played Castlevania, it's one of those games that it can drive you up the wall, and it has no continue. Well, it has a few, but I mean, you can't save your game. You can't you can't start off in the later levels. Like you have to do the grind. You have to start off at level 1. You have to work your way through it. Now, if you play this game a lot, sure, you can probably get to that stage. For someone like me, I play this game very seldom. I like to fire it up every once in a while, and yeah, I do the grind. I get to that. Usually the hardest level is the one with the Grim Reaper. I think we all know that. And then I get to that point, and it's like, crap, I lost. Now I have to start all the way. So one good tip about using an emulator is there's restore points, use save points, which you don't get with a regular Nintendo. So yeah, it is kind of cheating. Well, it is cheating, but it's good. Like if you're really getting frustrated with the game, you really want to get further. You really want to see what's past that one point you just can't get to. Sometimes it's helpful. So like for me, not on this machine, but I did it on my other computer. I played really well. I got all the stuff I needed. I got to that one level I just could not beat, and then I hit a save point. And so now I can, when I want to, I can just go right back to that save point. I have everything I need, and I can just play the game from that point. So yeah, so that's what I would recommend anyways. I mean, this was a good way for me to kind of recycle some old things that I have, and be able to take something on the road. Like I got tons of Nintendo games that I can just play on the go now. Like, sure, I need to take a laptop with me, but I mean, that's easy. It folds up into a bag and then you're done, right? You just got the controller, you got the laptop, and you don't have to worry about a TV, you don't have to worry about all that stuff. You just take it with you, take it on the go, and you can play Nintendo wherever you go, as long as, well, depending on your power sources and stuff like that. Fortunately, like I said, this guy, the battery died on me. I'm not going to bother spending the money to get a new battery or whatever. I might as well buy a new laptop at that point. But, this is just, like I said, it's a good way to get your Super Mario Brothers 6 anywhere you go. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. I'm sure everybody else has their own techniques and their own tips and tricks on this stuff, and it would be great to talk about it. So let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, and I hope to talk to you later.